Okay, before going to the presentation, I want to know, is there anyone who doesn't know about anything about the tax return, 730, 5 per mille, these things, about the tax documents in Italy? Is there anyone?
Yeah, it's worth repeating it because I doubt whether Michelle, who just arrived to Italy, could know about it.
No, this was question, so we can go, like, we can
Okay.
give more depth, so to give more details, what are they actually, what is the text document, how it is analyzed, and where we need to go to see if you want to help someone how to fill and donate the part to TCF, which page or which part you should see. In any ways, let's start. Okay.
Yes, sir. Actually, so this is my first year dealing with 730. So I know a bit about it, but not like in detail.
Okay, at the end of this presentation, you will know a lot and you will be able to help others also.
Sure, thank
you. Have you done already your submission?
No. I'm still waiting for this session.
Okay, June and July is mostly the 2 months where most of the people start submitting their declarations. Okay, the 730 is let's start. Okay, do you see the screen?
No.
No, it should be. Okay, now.
Yes.
Okay, now you see it. Okay. 5 per mille campaigns regarding the volunteer meeting or volunteer training, you could say that we every year before starting this campaign, we do a couple of training like last year, and this year we also did in this in the start of March, and now we are doing another training. So if you have any question, interrupt me, stop me, and ask right away, because when we are at the end, you might forget, or you might have other questions that are like mixing very close to each other, overlapping. So the 5 per mille is actually, what is this number tells us? Okay, the number tells us that for every 1,000 tax paid, you can donate your €5 for every 1,000 tax paid. €5 of that's 1,000 to any organization. Any organization means that should be a volunteer non-profit organization, or a religious organization, or a kind of how to say, there are also funds for universities, research, the institute that do research on rare diseases, cancer, this like this one. And there is, in the text document, there is not only the one option, that is 5 per mille, there are 8 per mille and 2 per mille, but they are like very fixed one. 5 per mille is one where the TCF is eligible, and it can be donated very easily. So first we have to understand what is what a text document look like. Let me share another window. Okay. Do you see this document? The certificazione unica?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is actually the when someone is registered and regularly working in Italy. For the previous year, he received in February, March, this kind of document, that is certificazione unica. That means one single document of the income. Whatever he has generated regularly means within the rule and regulations. Without if you have done something without contract, it will not be reported in this one. So this document report the first page about the person who is declaring this income, and from where he generated that income. That means his datore di lavoro, his employer. Then there are documents for the second page reports the amount of the income generated. So if the document is related to 2026, that means this will report the income generated in 2025. So for every year, the income, this document will tell you the income generated in the previous year, because in Italy, all the taxes, everything is applied on the next year, on the previous year as income, whatever you have earned from one source or from the other source. So from one source, if you have, for example, part-time 4-hour work with one company and part-time work 4-hour work with another company, you will receive these two documents from each employer. Okay, so to collect them in a single document, you will apply for Sette30. Sette30 is for example a kind of tax return. And in the tax return, because during the year you only pay your taxes on the basis of your income, but in the tax return you also submit your expenses, your immovable properties, uh, whatever that is taxable, you will declare in the document. And then at the end of the calculation, you will see if you have been overtaxed, the IMS will return you some amount, but if you have been undertaxed, you can also pay back something to the IMS. That is Sette30 document. But let's discuss first the unico certificazione unico. If you go down towards the last pages, you will see from here this part. This is the part where it starts about 8 per mille for the first time. 8 per mille is very fixed. It can be given to the states, to the Catholic churches, other organizations, universities. Then there is 5 per mille. This is the part where you can donate the your five for each 1,000 euro tax paid to any organization by reporting here their Codice Fiscale and signing this document. Then there is 2 per mille for the political parties, but okay, let's not discuss this one. So this is the document that we take with us to declare our income that has been generated during the year. Just one second. Okay, let's go back to the presentation. Do you see the presentation again?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the 5 per mille is the percentage share that is already told that 5 for each 1,000. For example, if one person is earning 30,000 in one year as a whole, and he pays around 10,000 in taxes, so 10 multiplied 5 it becomes 50 euro. So that means that for 10,000 paid tax, you can give 50 euro to any organization. Actually, this is not a tax or donation that you are giving out of your pocket. It is something that you have already paid to the state, but you can ask that state that, okay, I want to donate this part of my tax to XYZ organization. And here you can include TCF by using the Codice Fiscale that is here written 976535000153, and then signing this document. So the document I previously showed you, that is Certificazione Unico. When you take that document, you have to write this Codice Fiscale and sign it. The first right top corner. So in this way, anyone, for example, if you go to the CAF office or if you go to the accountant that is also called commercialista, they are obliged to donate this part of the tax to the organization that you have written the Codice Fiscale. Otherwise, you can ask them to do the same. Sometimes they are very generous; they do accept your offer, or sometimes they uh, do the lime excuse because they want to include other organization. But it's not under our control. So better is, if you are doing the Sette30 or you are asking someone to do that, tell them, okay, take the document, write the Codice Fiscale, sign it, and then take it to the CAF office or commercialist. So in this way, the document is already completed. There is no margin to include any other Codice Fiscale. So this is the same table for 5 per mille that I have shown already in the Certificate Unico. And you see on the left, sorry, first I said right, it's the left top corner, the first corner from the page. So the first table from the page. So this is called sostegno degli enti del terzo settore nel runs di cui this is the legislation number comprese comparative sociali. The sociali means social organizations and societal norm and norm sostegno delle onolo scritti all'anagrafia. That means it should be also regularly registered inside the Italian anagrafia that this organization is eligible to collect. That is TCF. That's why they have the Codice Fiscale. So you put this number in this blank space and then sign, and this document is eligible for 5 per mille. So let's discuss what is the 5 per mille journal data is, how many funds are available, and what is the journal trend, how many organizations are available eligible for this fund collection.
Sorry, if I may. Just to understand
Yes.
correctly, since Sette Trenta declaration is based on the previous year's income, right? So if someone
Yes,
selects
exactly.
this 5 per mille now, so does it apply only to the taxes of the year already passed, or does it continue for the next year as well?
No, every year.
Every year, yeah.
If you don't fill it, yes. If you don't fill it, it will. It can change. It can
Okay.
change. So, but sometime the people who are doing their Sette Trenta through commercialista, they keep it fixed.
Okay.
Okay, so the commercialista already have their data saved, so they go by that one. But if you are taking it CAF, the CAF need every time a updated data. So you have to provide them the Codice Fiscale and sign this document every time.
Okay.
So that's why I'm saying that every time when you take this document, you sign it and complete before going to the CAF office. And also, if you are spreading this campaign, remind the people in this period so that they can do this one. Because if they don't do this one, either they can put another Codice Fiscale of another organization, or either they don't put anything, so the funds will go back to the state if they are not used. Okay, so the general data says that in 2024, because as I said that 5 per mille is related to the previous year, and this data is even related to the 1 year before, so 2024. That means in 2026 we have the data of 2024. In June 2026 we will receive the data of previous year, and then for the 2026 we will receive the data that is like how many signatures, how much money we have received. This will arrive in June 2027. That means 1 year after. So this data is related to 2024. You can see the total signatures are around 17 million, that are 4.2% higher than the 2023. So that means every year more people are signing, or there are more number of workers are entering in the labor market. Approved organization, because we are TCF is not the only one. There are 91,000 organizations who are eligible and who can do the same campaign and ask for 5 per mille. In those categories, volunteer organizations like TCF, religious organizations, organizations or institutes who are working on research on rare diseases, cancer, this kind of things, they are also eligible. So the competition between the organizations is very high. Total allocated resources are between in 2024 was about €500 million, that is 522 million, and the maximum cap that can state allocate, because one number that is 522 million is the maximum that was asked through the signatures, and 525 million is maximum number that state can allocate. So this is the maximum cap. You can see the almost 99% capacity is being used. Total potential what is around 574 million, That means the number of signature, if we all people sign, donate this this 5 per mille to any organization, total amount that can be 574 million, but 50 million is not used because the cap is maximum 525 million. So this is the overall numbers that every year is collected. So this number is increasing because the income of people is increasing, or more number of people are entering in the job market, or more number of people are signing the documents. So this there are different reasons for this number. Donor analysis is very also important. The tax return, mostly 52% men and 48% women are submitting their declarations. Their age is divided into three groups, between 36% mature, 34% old, and 26% very young people. The overall return, that is like the what are the kind of medium where people go and ask for their tax return, to file their tax return. They are mostly the CAF offices or the commercialista. In this table, you can see the 55%, 23%. So they are different kind of offices, or you can say organization or offices also, the worker union organizations that help workers to submit their declarations every year. So 55% CAF, 23% commercialista. Commercialista is mostly for those people who are working, but their family is also is involved in some other work or some business. So commercialista is more better option for them to manage their taxes throughout the year, also their commercial activities. Some people also submit themselves through the services telematici. That means they can log in and they can submit their tax return also. So there are different options. Just remember that CAF, you cannot recommend anyone that okay, you have to do you can do this donation to XYZ, a specific organization, but the accountants can do. So the CAF, but the CAF can suggest the person, okay, this is the organization, you can do this, you can donate your 5 per mille to this organization, but they are not, they cannot oblige anyone. Most of the time it is the word of mouth. That means you tell them, okay, we are working on this one, and if you like, you spread this word to your client and ask for donating this 5 per mille to TCF. Because if you go to the CAF or even to the commercialista to submit this tax return, there is a cost around between 50 to 65 euro. This is the cost for for one single document for every year. Let's see now the TCF data from 2023, 2024. What out of all those 522 million euros, what TCF so far has collected in previous years or in the most recent year. So here in these two bar charts, column charts, you see on the left of the green one that in 2020, 29, the overall collection was around 1200. Then 2020 it was 4000. 21 was the best year, about 7400. Then it started declining, 6000, 4000, and in most recent year 2024 it is around 3800. On the right, the orange columns, they tell you number of the signatures. That means each signature can bring you an average amount of 35 euro, but it's not like a fixed amount. If someone, if in your donor there are people who have a very high income range, this same 15 number can bring you more number of thousand and more euros, more donation in term of numbers. But if in your donor there are the people who are very less in very less income range, between 15 to 20, 25, then your large number can even bring less less amount collected in single year. So that's why if you see here in 2023, 256 people donated and the total donation was 4200. But in the 2024, we lost 50% signature, but still the overall amount that was declined was 10%. This was because we retained most of the people that were hiring in the higher income category, and the low income category were lost. So that's why the impact was not very big. But still, you see the number that is 150 is very small. This data is until 2024. I think in June we will have also the data from 2025, and we can compare if we have improved a little bit this situation or not, because we started this campaign from the last year. So I am hoping to reach to recover this number up to 500 something. So if we speak about the region wise, there are 2 or 3 regions where the TCF has collected more number of signatures and also the amount, that are Lombardia, Milan region, and Reggio Emilia region. Why these 2 regions are more how to say significant in this donation? Because there are a lot of Pakistani, and then also in the previous years, Greta and Martha and Gretchen, they have did some collaboration with the CAF offices. They approached CAF offices and asked them to ask their clients to donate 5 per 1000 to TCF. So in these years, there was a significant higher number, and then this number started declining, because if you don't remind every year, they can move to another organization who approached in that year. So this will happen. So this is a cycle. Every year you start the campaign, you remind the same donors, and you keep them like a follow up. If you don't do that, you will lose number of signatures. So each number of signature means you lose the donation. So if we speak about how many Pakistani people are in Italy living currently, this is data from 2023. And you see the total number of people that are living in Italy are around 138,000, 39,000 actually. And up to now, I have heard stories that, not stories, that the news is that in 2025, 2026, this number has surpassed 200,000. That means around 2 lakh people are living in Italy regularly, or non-regular people also, illegal people. But at some time, they will get the documents and they will start working, so they will be also regularized. The people are dispersed all over the Italy, with majority of the people living in the North Italy. You can see the two regions, Lombardia and the Reggio Emilia and Toscana, and they are heavily populated with Pakistani peoples.
Sorry, sir. I think Gretchen wanted to say something.
Yes, Gretchen. Gretchen, can you hear me?
Okay, sorry, I was on mute. No, it was just a comment about what you mentioned earlier, Zahid. In 2021, we had hired somebody to actually go around to the CAFs, and I guess it was 2020 because 2021 was when we had the spike. To go around to the CAFs and make a pitch, and that was effective. So that year we were able to support about 1/3 of an entire TCF school with this effort. So it was simply a comment to say it was a pretty effective campaign, and I think we can do it with volunteers just as well, if not better. That's it. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, this is the same thing that I said. Okay, if you do the campaign, you keep follow up, you can reach higher number. But if you lose the follow up, you can easily lose the number also. So the community is growing, and there are people there who are working, and people who are are also on social sports. So overall, I would say the sum of I think children it is more than 300, but it's a bit exaggerated. So let's say to very conservative number like 250,000 people, Pakistani diaspora in Italy, dispersed all over the Italy, with mostly populated area in the north of Italy. Out of them are 26% women and 73%, 73.5% men. You can say that out of the women proportion, most of the parties housewives or they living with their family. But now the young generation, like you, like Abrish, Laiba, Michelle, at some point they will enter in the job market, or they have already entered in the case of Abrish. So if you see at the job market, this data is also from 2023. Data from the IMS, it tells that regularly the people, Pakistani people are working in Italy that are 120,000. So you can see out of 138,000 people, 120 are somehow dependent, autonomous, or parasubordinati. This is the kind of contracts that you have. They are working in the job market. That means they are earning some amount and they are paying taxes to the government. So they are eligible to donate this 5 per mille to the TCF. Out of these numbers, some of them are also pensionati, some are living on also on the sostegno al reddito. That means the government social support is given to them. Now compare this number, even if this number is a bit exaggerated, just compare this number with 120K with 150, and you would see where we are. I really feel how to say, the shame that 150. I have more than 150 contacts in my mobile who are working in Italy, but the total donation is 150. While we all are pushing to reach this number more higher as possible. So you see now the what is the potential. Even if you get 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, you can easily reach 100K, 150K euros. That is okay. Again, a bit exaggerated number, but okay, there is no limit, because if you do the more campaign, you can get more number of signature, and each number of signature means there is amount that is given to the TCF, to the poor children of Pakistan. If we are not thinking about them, nobody else is going to be think about them. So
Sorry, sir.
we have
if I
to.
may.
Yes,
Just one
sure.
question. So I want to know that if we want to collaborate with CAF offices, or let's say accountants for awareness, so what exactly would we need to share with them? Would that fiscal code that you shared earlier, would it be enough,
Yeah.
or do we need to provide some additional material?
It's coming in the next slides. In any case, briefly, we can provide you brochure and where the in Italian, in English, or even in Urdu also, where the process and also the Codice Fiscale, everything is written, and they already know the process. For them, just providing them a Codice Fiscale and convincing them to do that is enough. So the rest is like up to them. They can do it very easily, because it's a very day-to-day job for them.
Okay, thank you.
The first one is, we are also recently, I think we have floated a page to collect the data for CAF offices, Pakistani CAF offices in Italy. So if you know anyone, you can provide us data, and we will contact them, and we will tell them to convince them to do the 5 per mille, or ask their clients to donate 5 per mille to the TCF. So the collection of the data of the CAF in Pakistan, Pakistani CAF in Italy, is that we can contact, we can take them in the loop, because to convince them is very easy. When we tell them, okay, there is a lot of potential, but only few people are donating, and then most of all, if you in volunteer organization go to someone and ask for donation, this is something difficult for them. But if you tell them, okay, this is not a donation, this is a part of tax that you have already paid. So if you don't donate to the TCF, it will go to someone else or to the state. So in this case, I think the Pakistani people are passionate enough about Pakistan. They can very easily donate this part to the TCF. So what is missing, to approach them, tell them, and provide them this Codice, Fiscale and other information. So this number, if we compare 120K and 150, this is 0.1%, even less, I think. So we need to improve this number. So by improving this number, we can reach higher donation, and I think this will be great for TCF, for Pakistani TCF, and also IFTCF. For this reason, we have also created a team of volunteers. Most of you are the part of that team, and we are doing our best to reach this goal. For this year, we have set a goal of 1,000 signatures. Let's see if we can achieve that one. Okay, the data analysis, the table we showed previously, just summarize here that in 2020, what is the comparison between 23 and 24, that we have lost 41% signatures, minus 10% amount, and this average value is increased because we, as I told you, if your donors, there are the person with lower income range, the amount will be remain less. If the people who are donating have the higher income range, that means more than 30-50K, then you will, with the same signature, number of signature, you will receive higher amount. So the average will be high. The only thing that is improved is the average. So interpretation for for this data, that is that we need to reach the CAF offices to provide as much as information to the people, to create a team and spread these words to the workers, to your colleagues, friends, whoever you could speak easily. Tell them, okay, this organization exists. They ask for the donation. This is not the donation, but actually the part of your tax, and that's it. You will be doing a very good job for TCF. Recommendation are very simple. The timeline, we need to respect the timeline. The timeline actually start from the April, because in March all the companies or employers provide their employees with the certificato unico, that their income document. Then in April, May, June, July, this is very like a peak season where this submission of this Satyaper tax declaration happens. And we start the campaign from April, and then also in the middle of the season. For example, now in the May we are doing another session. In July, most of the people are done with their declaration, and then August and September, October is the last deadline, but very few people are submitting their declaration in that period. So in this year, for example, for 2025, in 2026, they will tell us what amount, they will provide us what amount they have given to us, and 2028 they will give us the numbers. So this is like a very long time. It's not that as the year ends, they will provide us the funding and number. No, the number will be come in the next year, and then the funding will come by the end of the next year. So this is something that we need to wait and see how the volunteer or this 5 per 1000 campaign has performed. Campaigns, how we can do the campaign is very simple. One-to-one call, WhatsApp. For example, in March, April, I sent the brochures or 5 per 1000 details to all my colleagues, Italian colleagues, Pakistani colleagues, and most of them were very supportive, and they said, okay, we will do it, because they are already doing, but to other organizations or to someone. But as soon as there's no, okay, this is something for the education. And so above all, these days Pakistan is very famous in media, also in Italian media. So it's very easy to convince them to donate this 5 per 1000 to TCF for Pakistani kids. Then you can send brochure, leave the brochure to someone who can spread them, or just do the printing on your how to say, online platforms. For example, your LinkedIn, Facebook, or even the status on the WhatsApp can work also. So this is, as much as you remind people or provide the information, they will follow the the campaign, and when they are going to submit their declaration, they will remember it and put their signature and TCF's Codice Fiscale. Ambassador approach is the same, that you contact people, track them, follow up them. That okay, for example, after 1 month, if I contact someone today and he tells me no, I will do this in June. So in June you should also follow up that okay, have you done it already? If not, remember the TCF. This is the Codice Fiscale. Send electronic brochure again. So this is very simple technique to do them. Wherever you go in the group meetings or with the friends, with the colleagues, speak if possible, because sometimes in professional settings, in the social dinners of companies, it is not possible, but you can send them late on the WhatsApp, or if it is very close gathering of colleagues, you can also share these details. So there are many ways to do that. You ask people who are very well. For example, for the university students, they ask their professors, or their if you know someone who is working in Italy with a regular contact, you can ask them. So this is something that you need to contact, spread the information, and ask. If you don't ask, the answer is always no. TCF, how the TCF can provide you, how can help you with this campaign, if you really want to help us with this donation campaign. We can provide you electronic brochures, printed brochures. We can provide you WhatsApp messages, like pre-formed messages, or the like text for your social media platforms, LinkedIn, Facebook, whatever. So you can ask, and we can provide you all these detail fully formulated. So you just copy and paste them. So this will be the help from the TCF. Any other details? For example, if your friend asks about how the money will be spent, there are annual financial reports of the TCF, so we can share that one. If they want, okay, how the TCF handle the religious point of the donation, for example, zakat or something, we have also certification and documentation on that one. How the TCF actually work, how they spend caps and OPEX. There are a lot of information on that one also. So any question, you can just approach us and we will provide you the answer. The best practices is always, it's very simple. Codice Fiscale, you can remember it, or you take a photo in your mobile. So always keep it with you, so you can share it very easily on the WhatsApp, or with the friends. Work with your close contacts, your friends, colleagues who you speak every day, or during the working days, and tell them, okay, you do this at least once, and once they are done, just follow up and ask them for the next year. So as I told, it's not a single time campaign. You have to do it every year. Most of the Pakistani, for example, Pakistani people to whom I asked in 2024, 2025, this year they already know that they need to do that. But I still reminded them and then asked them to do that. If you want to pitch, there will be, I think, a session for the how to pitch. We can organize also this one, but there is also a session on communication skills. You can learn a lot from that. But the pitching the TCF very easy. That we have more than 3,000 students. Most of them are female, and also they took more than 2,000 schools. So these are the numbers that are the highlights of the TCF. Largest employee, these are also the some numbers for pitching, that we keep the gender ratio 50-50. All of the teaching staff is mostly I think 100% or 90% is female. And then there are how much cost one single kid to us is around €12 per month for to educate one single kid for 1 year. These are the numbers, very basic numbers that are available on the TCF website, or even in the brochure we can provide you. Okay. Do you have any question, any comment, anything?
Yeah, I had a question. Are you only pitching it to Pakistani, like Pakistani community, or are you doing other communities as well?
Michelle, your voice is very, I think, interrupting. But I have understood you are asking, okay, if we again ask only Pakistani people or also Italian people, right?
Yeah.
Yes, you can ask both because the tax 5 per mille works for both, not even both. For anyone who is working in Italy, it is valid for them. So, for example, I have asked all my Italian friends, Pakistani friends, in like professional setting in the labor market who are working with the contract. I know I have asked them to donate TCF to the 5 per mille to TCF. You can do the same. You can ask your Italian friends, your professors, your colleagues, to whom you know that they are working. If they do not working, you can ask, okay, spread this word to their parents or their other friends who are working. So that means we need to spread this message as much as possible. So for example, if you reached 100 people and out of them only 10 have donated, it is still a win-win situation because you are getting 0, now you are getting 30 signature at 10 signature. That is, there is something is better than nothing. So as much as we approach people, always you will not get 100% answer, but I think a small portion is also very good, is enough for TCF.
Yes, I would also
Go, Grej.
add my voice to that. You know, even if you're going to the same cafe for your morning cappuccino, ask the bartender, have some leaflets on hand. You know, share with anyone with whom you have regular contact. It doesn't matter where they're from originally. TCF as a product, and as you get to know TCF better, you'll see this. It's a very easy product to sell, if I could put it this way, simply because they're doing an incredibly effective job of getting children off the streets and into school, and they're doing it in an efficient manner. So really, nonprofits are pressed to find entities that are more efficient. We have a cost ratio of only 10%. For every dollar that we raise, 90 cents goes to paying for our schools and our teachers. I think this very important aspect to share, in addition to those other points that you mentioned, Zahid, about the number of female teachers, the fact that 50% of our students are girls. I think just letting people know that TCF is a squeaky clean organization is useful. We know where the money is going as well. The TCF books are audited by international accounting firms. So it's and I think that's the reason why it's grown so well in Pakistan. People consider TCF a trusted name. So I think that's very powerful. Thank you.